going to test fire today two 1860 Colt revolvers. Both are 44 caliber. One is an original straight from the Civil War from 1862, and the other one is a replica made by Uberti. The Uberti 1860 revolver is a beautiful replica. It's quite authentic. So for example, if you interchange the two cylinders, the original to the replica, both guns can work with the other cylinder. But also there are some minor differences between the two guns. First of all, there's a minor difference between the caliber of the two guns. The chambers of the original piece are sizing the ball to 457, while the chambers of the replica are sizing the bullet to 450. The diameter of the bore between the grooves of the original is about 456, 457, while with the Uberti replica it is 449, 450. So this means that the bullet I'm going to use for the original piece is 457 caliber round ball, and for the replica 451 or 454, which one you like. This particular 1860 revolver was manufactured in 1862, and it was bought by the US Army, as you can see from the inspection marks on the gun. The small letters on the cylinder, the frame, the barrel are sub-inspection marks. They were applied when the parts of the gun passed the inspection. When the total gun passed the final inspection, it received the cartouche in the wood. But it's quite faint, it's very hard to see it now, but maybe on the other side you can still see the remains of the cartouche. The Uberti replica is CIP proof tested. You can see the proof marks here, and also on the cylinder and the frame. So this means that you can use the heaviest loads with this gun. The frame of this gun is forged steel, not cast steel, like with other replicas, so we can say it's stronger and it's more precise than any other replica. The size of the grips, the weight of the two guns, the weight of the trigger pull, the smoothness of the action are nearly the same with both guns, so the Uberti is quite a nice replica. The 1860 was a great step forward for the Colt company, as this was the first lightweight belt revolver that had the 44 caliber. The previous models, the Dragon and the Walker, were just twice as heavy as this gun, and this weight reduction was possible because the use of a new kind of steel, which was called the silver steel, which was more rugged, stronger and flexible than the previous metals used. So the 1860 could use the same load as the Walker and the Dragoon, and it shot the projectile with the same energy, but with less weight. The gun was more accurate thanks to the 8-inch barrel, which was also 1 inch longer than with the previous models. The differences between the two models, the original and the replica, are the barrel and the cylinder, as I mentioned to you before, and also there's a difference between the rifling. The rifling of the original was progressive, so it was slower at the breech and faster at the muzzle, while the replica has a constant rifling. It is 1 in 19 inches. Back in the time of the Civil War you had several ways to load your gun. First of all, you could load your gun with loose powder and a round ball or conical projectile. Later the soldiers tried to make paper cartridges according to the patterns of the rifle musket. You can see one reproduction here. The soldier had to tear off the end of the cartridge, pour the powder into the cylinder, free the bullet from the wrapping, put the bullet on top of the powder in the cylinder and ram it down with the ramrod. Later in the Civil War, companies started to produce combustible envelope cartridges, which were holding the powder and the bullet together, and the soldier just had to insert this complete cartridge into the cylinder, and the flash of the percussion cap easily ignited the powder. The good cartridges did not leave any unburned paper in the cylinder. There were some other cartridge designs in the Civil War. There were the seamless skin cartridges, and also the cartridges with pressed powder, which was glued on the bottom of the bullets. The condition of the bore is not bad. You can see the rifling all the way inside the barrel. It has some rust spots, but I think it will not cause any problem at 25 meters. You can see that the rifling is progressive. It's a gain twist rifling, so it's slower in the breech and faster at the muzzle. And the diameter between the grooves, it is 456, 457, so I'm going to use a 457 round ball. So the first charge I'm going to use is 15 grains of black powder with 24 grains of corn wet with the 457 round ball. This is the smallest charge I'm going to test the gun with, and after that I will move on to a stronger charge. The original charge for this gun was between 24 and 30 grains, but with the new powders I think it is not necessary. The powder I'm using is 3F Swiss gunpowder. It's a good quality powder, so let's see what it does. I'm going to shoot four shot groups because 2 chambers are a bit damaged, so let's see. You can see the result of the first 4 shots here. You can see that three shots are in the same hole, and only 1 shot is out of the 4-shot group, with 15 grains of 3F black powder. And now test firing Uberti's 1816 replica with 18 grains of 3F powder, 18 grains of corn wet, and a 454 round ball. I think I don't have to make too much explanations about this group size. You can see 5 shots in the same hole, and only 1 is out of this 5-shot group. So this is excellent. The load was 18 grains of 3F powder with 18 grains of corn wet and with a 454 round ball.